Rumor has it that Instagram is going back to prioritizing photos in 2023. It is not happening yet, but for those who appreciate the old Instagram, it's back, baby. So let's talk about how to grow on this platform in 2023. This is a bit of a roadmap in terms of how to be successful on Instagram in 2023. So number one, we primarily want to reach a new audience. We want to reach new people. Then you want to hopefully convert those people into new followers. Then you want to take those followers and build a community. So let's lay out the groundwork. How is Instagram changing in 2023? Well, Adam Mosseri, the head of Instagram, says,
we're going to focus on three things. We're going to focus on inspiring people to be creative.
Okay, I'm on board with that one.
We're also going to help people discover things that they love.
Okay.
And three, we're going to hopefully spark connections between people over what they find.
Just like, when CEOs are just like, let's just find ways for synergy. That's what that entire thing feels like. What I do know is that the navigation bar is changing to showcase their priorities. So right in the center, we are going to have the create option. So creation is a big part of Instagram moving forward. The shopping tab is now officially gone. Thank you. No one used it, so thank you for doing that. And Reels has moved to the side. So this is a great segue moving into Instagram's primary focus, which is going to be Reels. So remember earlier when we were talking about reaching new audiences, this is where Reels come in. Reels are gonna be the primary vehicle for you to get in front of new eyeballs. So if you want to reach new audiences and get more exposure, you're gonna have to start making Reels. That's just what you're gonna have to do, sorry. You are reaching 300% more people by posting Reels over any other piece of content on Instagram. And remember when we were talking about converting those new eyeballs into followers? Well, now you have to focus on content. What is your value add? Why is someone choosing to follow you at that point? So when you're making content, you don't wanna always think about reach and how far it can go. Think about, why am I making this piece of content and why would someone want to follow me after watching it? The approach for a lot of content creators as well as Instagram itself is going to be slower and longer Reels. Again, Instagram likes to copy TikTok. TikTok has a longer format now. People are making longer content on that platform. So Instagram was like, we should do the same thing. So expect to see longer and slower content on Instagram in 2023. My little tip for you is, it sounds so basic, is don't overthink it. My friend Chris Brockhurst actually said that you should
treat Reels like stories.
If you were to post it to your stories, post that exact same story to your Instagram Reels because it's gonna go out to a new audience versus your current audience. And then number three is sometimes just like a simple iPhone clip is actually more effective than something that is overly produced, because sometimes people might see that overproduced piece of content and think, oh, is this an ad? What are they trying to do here? It's too contrived. Just keep it simple. Reels will always get the most traction on Instagram right now, but that doesn't mean that you should neglect posting to the other places on Instagram, including stories as well as in-feed posts. Those are just as important, and I'll tell you why.
Hey Chris, so a few things have changed in the past year. First of all, being the rise of original content. I have data that suggests people and the algorithm prefer seeing originally produced content more than hopping on trends and using trending audio. However, I also have data that shows every once in a while, creating good content that utilizes trending audio clips can also help you get more exposure. So it's all about finding that healthy balance. Now, in my opinion, momentum is also really important, and quantity is a bit more important than quality. So looking at my data, but we also see quality standards slowly rise and people start preferring purposefully created posts more and more. And talk about photo posts, by the way, Mosseri, the head of Instagram, recently again said they're going to start to balance the reach issue for photos, and I can definitely see it for some accounts, but to be honest, almost all photographers that I work with right now grow because of Reels. Lastly, talking about hashtags, it's not so much about getting lots of reach because of the hashtags that you use anymore, but to actually give the algorithm context as to what your post is about so it can recommend you to the right audience. If you have the topic feature and find topics that actually fit, definitely use them in addition to a few hashtags just to make sure the algorithm knows what the post is really about, talking about the recommendation engine.
Before we find out more about how to grow on Instagram in 2023, I would like to thank this week's sponsor, Artlist. Now, last week I was on a call with a commercial client and they were like, Chris, we have one big concern. Is the music that you're gonna use in the content you're producing for us commercially available to use? I was like, don't you worry. I got this website. It's called Artlist. We got over 22,000 songs and 27,000 sound effects that we can use that are commercially available to download. Plus, songs are super easy to find. You can sort by genre, mood, beats per minute, instrument, and let's say you find a song that you really like, you send it to the client, and they're like, I don't know about this one, Christopher. Maybe we can find a couple other options. They even have a find similar options that will give you a couple other songs in the same ballpark. And that's why I've had a Creator Pro account for the last 5 years. Almost every commercial project that I work on, I would say 90% of them use an Artlist song because the music is actually good. You can even find them in this current YouTube video right now. I mean, look at this timeline. It's just filled with Artlist songs and sound effects. Plus, this is a brand new feature. Artlist even has an academy where you can learn to monetize and produce better content from top creators. And this is something that's going to be available for free for a limited time. So if you sign up for an annual subscription plan, you're also gonna get 2 months for free if you use my link in the description below. So click that link and go and explore all the different subscription plans that could work for you. So thank you, Artlist, for supporting creators around the world, this channel, and sponsoring this week's episode. Let's start with stories. So remember we were talking about fostering a community before? This is where stories plays a very big part. Stories are your opportunity to share more of who you are. Let people into your life. Like, yes, you have these nicely produced pieces of content that brought them there, but also, who are you? Show more of your personality, let it be raw, let it be more authentic, and that's what's going to keep them there and ultimately make them deeper fans of who you are. And I would suggest posting anywhere from 2 to 3 times on your stories per day. I have a few tips for you in terms of how to maximize your reach on Instagram stories. Number 1, use the engagement tools that are built in the Instagram app to your stories, but don't overuse them. Number 2, make use of your Instagram highlights and make sure they're curated really nicely. And number 3, edit your stories ahead of time and then post them to Instagram rather than editing them in the app. Other little pro tips that I've noticed through my experiences is let your stories expire from the previous day and then post your new stories once they've expired, or delete them from the previous day so you're starting fresh. And last but not least, we're gonna focus on photo and in-feed posts. They're not useless. Let me tell you why. You have to remember that the people that are looking at your in-feed posts are probably gonna be your current fan base right now. So treat this as like an opportunity for announcements and updates to your current audience rather than like a new audience. You might already know this at this point, but carousel posts have larger reach than single photo posts on Instagram. And there's 2 reasons for this. Number 1, you're increasing the opportunity for someone to like your piece of content. But number 2, and most importantly, TikTok is actually making carousel posts a priority. So what does Instagram like to do? They like to copy TikTok. So anything they're doing, expect to see on Instagram a few months afterwards, and then use that as a strategy to be successful on the program. Oh man, I'm so old. On the app. A thing to consider when you're posting a carousel post is try to tell a story in 3 to 10 frames and have it be mixed media. Both photo and video content will increase your chances of people engaging with that piece of content, which will ultimately push it out to more of your community. I think it's just really important to remember that Instagram is not going anywhere. It is not dying. It is still alive and well. When people meet you, usually they ask for your Instagram handle in order to stay in contact for you. So this is ultimately your new hub in terms of communication with your community and or friends. Number 2 is that you can still build a career on this platform and be very successful and have lots of opportunities. Last year, I was paid and flown out to amazing places because of Instagram and the brand that I've built there. So there is still tons of opportunity to reach so many people. So just remember that Instagram is not dead. This is still a great platform to connect with so many people around the world, and it's still growing in 2023. Just some food for thought there. If you want to support this channel, please consider subscribing. That would actually mean the world to me, and press the like button down below so that hopefully on YouTube, the algorithm will push this video to more people. Drop your handle in the comment section below, and hopefully we can connect on Instagram. Bye everybody, thanks for watching.